Fame, a social status that many aim, yet few achieve. The so-called pinnacle that an aspiring individual can reach that supposedly unlocks the door to untold fortune, freedom, and privilege. The synoptical viewpoint built upon the abstract concept that one who can obtain such a status elevates himself to a superior social status and the associated benefits that come along with it. Let's look at some of the positive connotations associated with fame. Social status, fortune and wealth, attractive to the opposite sex. Now on the flip side, let's look at some of the negative connotations associated with fame. Narcissism, complacency, greed. Remember these connotations throughout this video. This video is going to look at the case of Courtney Clenney, a 26-year-old OnlyFans model. Originally from Texas, United States, Clenney gained 2 million followers on Instagram and earned money on OnlyFans. The dopamine from having enormous attention would most likely significantly boost the self-esteem and self-importance of this individual. This could subsequently have led to a level of complacency that could have led to her ultimately believing that she could get away with things she may otherwise have not thought she could get away with. This in turn could have led to a compromised risk assessment capacity, leading to her making decisions she otherwise would not have made. On the 3rd of April 2022, Clenney called 911 asking for help as she had just stabbed her boyfriend, Christian Obumseli.
Now, what's the line? One operator down. What is the address of your emergency? Area man, please.
3101. It's 130, so 130.
Ma'am, listen to me. You need to stop screaming on the line and give me the address.
3101.
You gotta die. I can't feel my arm.
3101.
I can't feel my arm.
Ma'am,
so my boyfriend is dying of a stab.
Ma'am, what is the address?
What side? What's the address, baby?
3131.
3131 Northeast 7th Ave. Please, God, please. Come see my boyfriend.
Ma'am, is this a house apartment or a business?
512-745-3582.
Is this a house apartment or a business?
Baby, I'm so sorry. Baby.
Ma'am, can you hear me?
If you have a stab wound to his shoulder, can you sit down?
What do you mean he has a stab wound on his shoulder, ma'am?
Yes, he's bleeding from his shoulder.
Rescue, this is PD Physician Juliet. The caller, ma'am, hold on one moment. The caller advised the address is 3131 Northeast 7th Avenue, 31 Northeast 7th Avenue. The phone number is verified. The caller advised that her boyfriend has a stab wound. Okay, is this a house, apartment, or a business?
Listen, please, God, please, please, God,
Listen, ma'am. Listen, I'm sending help. I need you to tell me exactly what happened. I'm sending help. How old is he? Ma'am, how old is he? Is he awake? Hello? Hello? PD, are you still on the line? Yes, we're still on the line. She didn't provide a room number or anything. No, did she tell you where he was stabbed at? She said he was stabbed on his shoulder. Okay. Do you know if there's more than one wound? No, she didn't say. She just kept screaming on the line saying that he was dying, that he needed help, and she kept apologizing. But we do have a call at that same address in reference to a fight that happened. The room number could possibly be 2201, because we already have a call that 2 people are fighting inside of that room. So they're possibly related. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and give her a call back. but we do have rescue on the way, okay? Okay, thank you. And is PD responding on the 3? Yes, we're responding on the 3. Alrighty, thank you. You're welcome.
Christian Obumseli, who had been stabbed to the chest, was taken to Jackson Memorial Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. This was not an isolated incident, as the couple had had previous incidents where they were arguing or violence was involved.
5 a.m.
Decide whether or not you're done gaslighting me. Decide whether or not you're done gaslighting me.
I am mad that you told me to come.
Decide right now.
Courtney, that's a I asked you so many times that I don't know, and I apologize. But you hit me.
Shut the
Myself. Baby, please. Just get in the car. Just please. I'm sorry for calling you stupid. You will never hear me doing that. It was not right for me to do that. Please, baby, don't kill yourself.
You will never protect me.
I will.
Somebody was being horrible to me.
Hey,
you defended them.
Okay, just tell me in the car.
Get away from me. Get away from me. Get away from me.
Stay here. You're gonna.
See?
Your dogs are your.
See, you just said stay here. Wow.
Yeah. Listen, I know how. Are you from Miami? No.
No, he's not helping me. Just leave me alone.
Just let me talk to him for a second. I got
Leave me alone.
Like this, you have your respect. I want you to calm down, alright? What's gonna happen? I saw you banging your head. That's not.
Yes.
I don't want you to hurt yourself.
Do you know what that is like? Oh, it means that I want to kill myself.
You don't need to feel like that. You don't need to feel like that.
No, I tell him this.
So breathe in.
He literally makes fun of me when I am crying. Sorry, I'm not killing you.
No, I get it. I get it. I get it. Look, I have a wife, I'm married, I have kids, I have a life. You know, I didn't need to stop and pull over, but I see you guys need help. You guys don't need to be going through. Alright? Truly sorry. No, it's alright.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
This guy was really yelling into our car. He was yelling at me, making fun of me from my car. So he said, come swing on me, come swing on me. So I opened the door and I got out and I hit him. And then he said, go apologize to that man. You know, he was hanging in my car.
We all make mistakes.
No, it's like, what would you do if you were me?
I know.
I feel like I don't have anywhere to go but my head.
Okay, where do you live?
I'm like a block away.
You want us to order you an Uber and just go home and you guys can talk about this later? Because I don't think this is gonna end up anywhere good for you or for her. The dogs. Let's just go drive around.
No, you like you.
I promise you, I won't
Every
do
time
anything.
I ask you for help.
Are you guys in a relationship? Yes. Yeah.
Not anymore.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Nah, look, I don't. No, man, you guys don't have to apologize for that. I have problems with my relationship too, bro. Right?
He just said he broke up with me. So the fact that he's bending down, this is how he makes friends with everybody.
No, it's not about that.
Yes, it is.
I'm not.
Shut up. He literally just said, got in my car.
When you're upset, look,
Oh my God, I'm sorry. I like catching it.
Relax. This is breathe. Breathe. You know, when you get upset. Cece, just stop, please. Okay, I'm sorry.
No, you make yourself look good.
No, I'm not.
Better people.
No, it's my fault. He said it's his fault. Courtney, just come on, bro. Courtney, please, your dogs are in the car.
You just told a lowlife. You just told me that to a lowlife. You're supposed to protect me.
Yes, and I know. I'm sorry.
Oh. No. Both my dogs better be in that.
Right there.
You are so lucky both my dogs.
Stop hitting me.
You are still because you let my dogs.
I'm looking at for you.
My dogs.
My bad.
My dogs are more
Okay, my
important.
bad. I'm just making.
No, not your. Give me something. Give me something better than my
I'm
back.
sorry. Okay, Courtney, just stop.
Don't ever do that again.
Okay, just stop it. It's okay. Stop.
I need something. My phone. I need to go home. And he's like, and he's my phone.
Cece,
Don't touch me!
what is going on? Like, are you gonna get this mad at me when I'm apologizing to you?
No, Christian.
Like, you're thinking I'm doing it on
Drop your high pitch.
Okay, I'm not doing it on purpose.
You're so sorry. You know damn well the right thing to do is to tell me.
Yes, and I am so sorry.
So shut up and let me slap you, dumb.
You're not gonna slap me.
Give me my phone.
You have your phone.
I don't have it anymore. Find it and charge it.
What?
Find it and charge it!
I'm sorry, Courtney.
I don't care. Find it and charge it.
Okay, just stop.
Don't talk to me.
Man.
Yeah, man. Oh, man.
Because I'm telling you I'm sorry.
It's like hard. Find my phone and charge it.
I don't know where your phone is.
Find it.
Can you help me find it?
I won!
So why?
Find it!
Why are you screaming, man? Not man, but why?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
I'm a what? Like,
Yeah, because I'm all man up. Shut the up. I need to find it because I have to go meet her again.
So to go out?
No!
You said she invited you
Christian,
out.
just find my
I don't have your phone. Can you
Just find my phone.
Cece, can you just please
Shut up!
please?
Shut up! You went to go talk to her without talking.
I didn't go to go.
Yes, you did. You always want to.
I was
He
on.
literally told me about it. Now he's like, yeah.
What are you
You're
talking?
like, son.
I didn't go to talk to
You are
Aura.
not gonna-
I was going on a bike ride. Like, what the?
Get off of me!
He's gonna talk to Aura? Is this gonna make you act like this?
You talked to her without telling me!
Courtney, I was on a bike ride and she passed me and I said, hi, you and Courtney are having a live chat. My bad, I forgot to tell you that. That doesn't make you to act and call me a
You're a
Yes, thank you. Coming from Courtney, thank you.
I want you to get away from me! Get away from me!
Clenney was arrested in Las Vegas for domestic battery.
My boyfriend and I just got into like a loud argument.
The police video begins at a Las Vegas hotel after Courtney Clenney called security from her room. Her boyfriend, 27-year-old Christian Obumseli, says Courtney had just thrown a glass at him. The 26-year-old model, who reportedly made $3 million on her OnlyFans website, is questioned in the room next door.
I decided to call because we were getting really loud. It wasn't because I was like scared or anything. You wouldn't hurt me.
Did you throw a bottle at him or a glass at him? You say you've done it before.
Yes.
The cop examines the condition of their room. It's a wreck.
There's the glass cup.
I don't feel that I should be getting arrested at all right now.
She's put in manacles.
Is this like a overnight ordeal?
12-hour hold.
12-hour hold? Okay, there's a lot that happened that I didn't say.
Then she's led to a police vehicle.
You'll get to see a judge.
The video was shot in July last year. The case was later dismissed.
Furthermore, police were called to their home in Austin, Texas, multiple times. To add to that, when the couple moved to Miami, staff and residents reported multiple domestic disturbance complaints about the couple. This is despite the fact that the couple had been together for less than 2 years. The day before Obumseli was killed, Clenney can be seen asking for a restraining order against Obumseli.
Oh my god, and this freaking security guard who lied about it.
Is she part of the problem?
Yeah, we had a domestic dispute. Basically, she lives.
Can you please let me into my apartment? Please? Yes.
Excuse me, hold on. What's going on?
Okay.
Where's your apartment? Do you have a key? Ma'am, you don't need to talk to him. Where's your key? Where's your key?
In my apartment.
So you got locked up. Okay. Okay, and where's your ID or anything so you can let him know that you live in the apartment?
In my apartment.
So everything's in your apartment.
It's all under my name. I pay the whole rent. He has never paid a freaking dime of rent, and he somehow made like friends with everybody around here. I broke up with him. He has slept. My mom came out. Okay, my mom came out to like help me break up with him, and I just couldn't do it. He slept in my elevator room inside of a couch. I hope that there's like cameras. He slept inside of a couch in my elevator room, which is stalking. Because he wasn't supposed to be there. But I never would have called. I never would have called the police because I wanted to do that.
So you didn't call.
I didn't. Nobody.
I called.
You called.
Okay. But
Okay, hold on, ma'am. Let him talk.
Okay, that's fine.
Ma'am, hold on.
Okay.
Go ahead.
The front desk personnel, this young lady, I was actually, with the other guy. We were walking around. We came back. She informed us that.
Who's she?
The front desk personnel.
Okay.
She informed us that Miss Courtney, her boyfriend, was trying to get into the elevator with her, but she had her hand like this.
Okay.
And she had her hands out like this, and she was like, "Oh no, don't come inside the elevator."
Okay.
So initially, me and him we went upstairs because he was down here for a long period of time. So we engaged in a conversation with her. We spoke to her. We said, "Do you want him to come up because he can't lounge in the lobby area because you know why? Because he's been just laying around on the couch and everything else, and some of the residents was feeling like, why is he here and everything else."
Okay.
So we asked her. I said, "Do you want him to leave the property?" She said no. She don't want him to.
I did not say that. I said
Okay,
yes.
hold on.
No, but
Hold on. He's talking, then you talk. Let him speak. Don't interrupt.
Guys, come on.
Okay.
When you were speaking, why not?
She said no.
Okay, you'll defend yourself once he's done. Okay. So you just want to get into your apartment.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, but you
Time out. Let me talk. Okay.
I feel very like.
What's your name? Courtney? Okay, Courtney.
Why do you have something against me, man? Like I'm just trying to like.
Who has nothing against you?
It seems like
We're
you
trying to
don't
talk.
like me.
So you just want to get back in your apartment. Unfortunately, he can't be here in the property.
That is totally fine.
Okay, so
he's been literally.
So then,
sleeping in my
what we're
elevator
gonna do is gonna find him so he can leave the property, and you get back to your apartment. What else do you need?
I was told I was going to get a chance to speak.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Now's your turn.
Are you gonna listen?
Go ahead. Did he say something wrong?
Yes. Yes, they're all three here. Okay, so.
Can she get back to her apartment?
Hold on. It took me a long time to let them talk.
What do you need?
What? My boyfriend. He hasn't paid any rent. I don't care. I'll hold it down. But I broke up with him about a week ago. I had my mom fly out. She stayed with me for a week. She tried to like get him out, and he kept sleeping in the elevator room inside of my like extra couch. And somehow I said, "Okay, Mom, like it's cool for you to go home today. I think I got it from here." I literally like took him to the airport this morning. I stayed in my apartment all day. I didn't take my dogs out for like 8 hours because I was afraid that when I came down here, he was going to be down. And when I did come down, I walked my dogs, and he was telling me he wouldn't leave me alone. I said, "Can you please just walk my dogs in peace? We're not together."
Courtney, does he have any property in your apartment?
He has so much. Can I, with respect, can I please? I just like I just feel like I'm not being heard. Okay.
Go ahead.
So I had a lot of opportunities to call y'all, and I did not. So when if he's following me around this dog park, I said, your time is up. Like that's it. And then all of a sudden, like he followed me to the elevator, and I said, "Don't follow me." This guy said he had fucking shoved him when I was upstairs, and then they showed up on my door. I said I shoved him. I said, "Show me the fucking video." Like I really got angry because that did not happen. All I did was take my dogs down. I feel like I am being like.
All right. So what do you want to say?
I want to be like exonerated, I guess, of like anything wrong, and I want him. Okay, the police are here. I want a restraining order against Christian Abumzelli.
We don't issue those.
No, I'm serious.
To courts.
Can I do that?
Where you have to go to court. You have to go to downtown.
But how can I make myself first? Because I know him, and he would do it. How can I make myself first?
You got to get there first.
175 Northwest First Avenue.
Before
175 Northwest.
Is he already on the way?
we have no idea. We don't even know how it looks like.
We don't even know who he is. How do we know that?
So you question this. I need a restraining order against him.
Okay, you hear all this?
Listen.
Okay, they're listening.
Who's on the phone with you?
Just my dad.
Okay. Well,
Which I think is reasonable.
let me explain to you something with your dad on the phone, so you could hear me. You asked me, how can I get a restraining order against him? I answer you, we don't issue those. That's through court. You asked me, I need to get one before him. I told you, the only way is for you to get to court. Then you asked me, is he on the way already? And I asked you, I don't even know how he looks like. You understand? Your questions are making much of an...
I am... Right now, like, I have not always been a victim, but, like, right now I'm a freaking victim in the situation. I'm scared to go downstairs and walk my dogs. I just walked him and I told him, you don't have a chance, and now all of a sudden this is all happening.
What's his name?
Christian Tobecha Obumseli.
Christian?
Please, just, like, don't get me kicked out of my own apartment.
We just want him getting... We just want him...
I'm scared. I'm scared of him.
Take her up to the apartment. They're going to take her up to the apartment. We're going to go ahead. Would
it be okay if you guys... If one
he has belongings here.
Would it be okay if when y'all talk to my mom? Because he is my attorney.
He has a... Does he have property in the room, in the apartment with you? A lot of property, he said. He's been with you here for about 2 months, right? Has he on and off, or is he staying with you?
For 2 months, every day.
Staying with you for 2 months here with you? Okay.
Except for last week, he wasn't part of it.
Okay, let me let you know something. He lives here. That person lives in that apartment with you. Okay, we cannot trespass anybody that lives in this place. So by law, we cannot do this.
I know. I understand, and that's why I said I need to come down. I'm just so frazzled. I can't believe it.
If you want, you can ask your dad. I don't know if you know state of Florida law, but that's the way it works.
No, I understand. And that's I do understand that, and that is why I said, can I get a restraining order and get there first?
Listen, my answer was, I already answered that. You got it. Just go to the court and explain to them what happened. And explain to them what you need. And if they grant it to you or not, it's on them. You have to see a judge at court. Those type of restraining orders, they're granted by a judge.
So what can I do to be safe now? For my 2 dogs and I, what can I do?
Okay, explain to me why you don't feel safe.
I'm not comfortable.
Explain to me why you don't feel safe.
What am what?
Why is it that you don't feel safe with him? Has he threatened you? Was there any type of physical violence to you?
Yes. That's not really like my concern. It's just that, like, they're just stalking me. They're stalking me. My mom was here for a week telling me she caught him in the little couch. Like, I have like a couch in my elevator room, and it's like turned sideways. And he like was sleeping in there, and she went outside and she was like, what's moving in there? And she pulled it, and she was like,
okay, listen, you want this person to completely disappear from your life. At the same time, you have him in your apartment here for 2 months with a ton of stuff in here.
But I know.
Yeah, there's a process for this. The person needs to gather their belongings. What is he saying? Does he want to leave?
Can I talk to you, sir?
Yeah. Hold on.
There is also footage of Clenney and Obumseli arguing. 2 months before Obumseli was killed, there is footage of the couple arguing in an elevator, and you can clearly see Clenney being violent towards Obumseli. On the 3rd of April 2022, after stabbing Obumseli, Clenney was taken in for questioning.
I'm assuming I'm the blue chair.
Yes, please. Just do this for me so I can take that off.
Is it like a paper towel or tissue or anything?
Yeah, we'll give you everything.
I've been crying a lot. Thank you.
Okay.
so sorry because I no, you can
My apologies for being absolutely fucking covered in blood.
Listen, you don't have to apologize, okay? I completely understand. Alright? Things happen, you can't control it. Okay? So, you don't have to apologize for it. Alright?
The detectives enter the room, ready to interrogate Clenney. The first thing worth analysing is the layout and organisation of the interrogation room. Firstly, Clenney is sat on the smaller part of the rectangular table. This can increase mental pressure on the suspect, inducing the feeling of being closed in. Secondly, she is not too far away from the wall, which would intensify that feeling further. Also, notice how the suspect has a much smaller and less comfortable chair to sit on, as opposed to the detectives, who are sitting on more comfortable, larger and more flexible chairs. During the interrogation, the stiffness of the chair Clenney is sitting on may cause her to become less composed. Furthermore, her chair being smaller will create the feeling that the detectives are superior to her. Notice how there are two detectives in the room. This can be used to overwhelm the suspect, disorientate the suspect, and gives the detectives more flexibility with regards to the tactics they can use during the interrogation. The detective almost seems sympathetic towards Clenney, telling her that things happen that are out of control. In reality, the detective is actually trying to develop a compatible tone and rapport with the suspect, in the hope that in return, she will be more forthcoming with information. The detective then asks her basic questions, which will get her used to the pattern of him asking and her answering.
Detective Brasino, okay, and this is my partner, Sergeant Rodriguez, okay. Today's Sunday, April 3, and the time is 7:36 p.m., right? What's your first name?
Courtney.
Courtney? Can you spell it for me, please?
C-O-U-R-T-N-E-Y.
Okay. And your last name?
Clenney, C-L-E-N-N-E-Y.
Okay. What is your date of birth?
4/21/96.
When was your birthday?
It's oh really, when is your birthday?
The 13th.
My boyfriend's just the 12th.
Oh really?
He turns 28.
Super close.
Assuming that he...
Well, he's still in the hospital right now, so... Okay. Just take a breather, okay? I know this must be very rough for you right now.
No, we were supposed to go to the park with my dogs today. Like, this is not how I expected this to be. Sorry.
Really?
That's not what we're talking about. You asked me my birthday. Okay, what's the next question?
Okay. Are you currently living there?
Yes.
Yeah? The address is 3131 Northeast 7th Avenue. Okay. And what apartment was it?
2201.
2201. How long have you guys been living there?
Since the first or second week of January.
Okay. Oh, this year? 2022.
Yeah, we moved here January this year together from Boston.
From Boston?
From Boston.
From Boston. Oh, okay. When did you guys come to Miami from Boston?
We visited last year in March, and we loved it. And we travel all the time together. We like the beach.
Yeah.
I mean, I've always wanted to live here, so he was like, he wanted to move to London, I wanted to move here, and I was like, maybe we should start in the U.S.
Yeah,
and he was like, that, and we did it. So.
Okay. How long have you guys been together?
About 2 years.
About 2
years? A year and
years?
a half to 2 years, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Is he okay?
He's still at the hospital. They're still,
I know.
monitoring him and talking to him. So we're waiting.
Oh my God! So he didn't even have to have surgery.
Well, I don't know. They're still doing X-rays and stuff like that. So I don't know yet. I'm waiting to hear a response.
That's all I have to know. Thank God.
So
that's all I need.
We'll get to that in a little bit.
Okay.
And once we're done, I'll go talk to them again and see what's the update. Okay. All right.
It's extremely strange that one of the first things that the detective didn't do was reclaim her rights, and it is unclear if what she is saying at this point is admissible in court. It could be argued that the detective wants to develop rapport with the suspect first, but if that was the case, that would already appear to have been achieved, as she is answering the baseline questions without hesitation.
So you said 1.5 years to 2 years?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you said that today you guys were supposed to go to the park?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We were, well, I'll just let you ask questions and I'll answer.
No, you can tell me whatever you want. You can tell me whenever you want.
The detective tells the suspect to tell him whatever she wants. This is done for multiple purposes. The first is to build on the rapport that has already been built between him and the suspect. The second purpose is to build trust. The third reason is because if she feels comfortable talking and he doesn't interfere, she may incriminate herself or lock herself into a specific location at a specific time, which she cannot credibly recant in the event of being presented with damaging evidence from the detectives or the prosecution at a later stage.
Yeah, we had just gotten back together. I had broken up with him, and then he came back the last 2 nights, and everything was perfect. And then she got into an argument, and I ended up getting scared, and I think that I overreacted, or not overreacted necessarily, but reacted, and I just didn't know exactly what might happen. Yeah, we were right before anything happened. We were going to walk my dogs down to this park over by the Paramount, which has the beach volleyball and basketball court and all that. We're gonna walk them over there and let my dog Ranger play soccer. That was my plan for the day, and then go.
How old are you
to the movie? Or to go to a movie tonight in Miami Beach. My dogs are 8 years old.
8 years old? Oh, okay. Both of them?
Yes.
Oh. You've had them all 8 years? Since they were babies?
Yes.
Oh. What breed are they?
Mini Aussies.
Mini Aussies? I love those.
Too.
Super smart.
Yeah.
You guys lived in Austin before here, right? Between the first and second week of January, you guys moved to Miami. You guys stop anywhere before coming to Miami, or did you move somewhere else between Austin and Miami, or you went straight to Miami?
We drove the U-Haul from Austin to Miami. Took us 2 days. I didn't drive one bit, because he went the whole way. So a day and a half, 2 days. No, we just stopped a bunch of places on the way.
Does he have any family?
He does. He has.
Yeah.
He has his mom and grandma. He's closest to.
Mom and grandma?
Mm-hmm.
We're here in Miami, or?
They live in Dallas. I think his grandma may still be in Nigeria, because they visit a lot, but I think that they're back in Dallas.
Okay.
He has a brother that lives in I think Houston. I don't know where his sister lives.
Do you happen to know off the top of your head their phone number, or?
None of theirs, no.
No?
No.
Do you have it on your phone number, on your phone? Or?
I think that I would have his mom on my phone for sure, and then maybe his grandma.
Oh, okay. What's his mom's name?
You know, he's told me. I think I'm terrible. I really didn't tell him.
That's like remembering.
And I met her multiple times, and I've been to her house, and I still couldn't tell you. That's pretty bad.
I mean, how many times have you seen her?
I think 4 times.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure it's spread apart, right?
Yeah.
So I wouldn't imagine to like remember somebody's name that easy. So I'm really bad at remember names too. So again. How about his brother? You know his brother's name or no?
He is very like not, I guess, like too thorough with talking about. I mean, that's not really probably like the word, but not like too thorough. I feel like I calmed down a little bit once he told me like they're just like talking to him. Okay, so I can talk to you. They're like, he's not really like that thorough or something. He doesn't really talk as much about his family as I do mine. I talk about my family all the time.
Okay. Where's your family at?
In Austin.
You're all in Austin?
All in Austin, yeah.
You have a big family, small family?
I am I'm the closest with my immediate family. My mom, my dad, and my little sister.
Okay.
So not really that big of a family.
Okay. What's your mom's name?
Deborah.
Deborah. And your dad's?
Kim.
Kim? What are their last names?
Clenney.
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 And your sister?
Morgan.
Say the last name. You ever need us to take a break? You know, because I know it's rough, you know, with everything going on, but when you can take a break, let me know, okay?
Yeah. Thank you guys for giving me water and tissues.
Oh, definitely. Okay, so do you guys work here in Miami, or do you guys have your own business? Or?
I do social media, so I'm an influencer, I guess is what
call it.
Yeah, so I'm an influencer. And he does stocks and crypto.
What do you focus on, like Instagram or all social media apps?
Instagram, OnlyFans.
Oh, okay.
It's just, yeah.
It
pays the bills.
What's your Instagram?
At Courtney Taylor.
Huh?
At Courtney Taylor. Taylor spelled T-A-I-L-L-R.
T-A-I-L-L-R. L-O-R. And what is it that he does?
Stocks and crypto.
Stocks and crypto.
He just has stocks and crypto.
Yeah, so he's pretty good with numbers and all of that. Yeah. And he's done that since you've known him, or?
I mean, as far as I know, he's done it since he was 19, and he's 27.
Okay.
So he's pretty damn good at it. That's, I guess, compared to other people that do it.
Yeah. And how long were you guys planning on being in Miami, or before going to London, or?
I don't think London was ever really going to happen. I don't think I would ever do that. But yeah, we were going to move into a house. So have an apartment, and then we were like, maybe just move here for a year. And then once we got here, we were like, no, this is dope.
Yeah.
So we're we have the dog picked out. It's a golden retriever. We're gonna name Mello. So we're gonna get a house. So we can have a backyard. Because I have 2 dogs, and then we're gonna have 3. So we're planning on staying here for a while.
Okay.
I just hope we get the opportunity to do that. Sorry.
Once again, you don't have to apologize.
Hopefully I'm over freaking out and like I'll be able to see him or whatever. But I don't see it.
Yeah.
I will keep it together.
Okay. So how about before we go into like the details of what happened today, okay, I have to swear you in and read you a couple other paperwork. It's just normal process for everybody, with victims, witnesses, everybody. Okay, so
well, I got a chance to talk to Christian today.
To who?
Christian.
Who's Christian? Oh,
the victim.
They haven't told me his name yet.
I don't know if I'm the victim.
No.
He's definitely the victim. What'd you say?
No, he didn't know his name, so he was confused. I was the one that went to the scene.
I just assume everybody knows everything.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, that's okay.
Not always.
Will I get a chance to talk to him?
We'll see once we're done with everything, talking and with the scene and seeing what's the update with him, and then we'll definitely get you an answer later. Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So this is an investigation into what do we call it, a domestic dispute, which occurred at 3131 Northeast 7th Avenue, apartment 2201. In reference to case number, you have a problem?
Yeah, sorry. It's going to be 22-0403 00-23743.
The City of Miami Police Incident Number. Okay. This statement is being taken in the City of Miami Police Department, the investigation office, which is located at 400 Northwest 2nd Avenue, Miami-Dade County, Florida. Okay. Okay. You raise your hand, your right hand. Okay. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Okay, you put your hand down. Real quick, have you taken any alcohol or medication or narcotics today?
The detective finally goes through the procedures to start the interrogation. As previously stated, it seems strange that he didn't do this earlier, as it is a question as to whether what Clenney has previously said is admissible in court.
No.
No?
I have just like medicine that I do, but nothing that is mind altering.
Oh, okay. Like what?
I actually don't know what it's called. It's a new medication for.
What's the medication for? If you don't mind me asking. What is your level of education? Was the last grade, or did you graduate?
From college.
From college? Okay. What college was that?
ACC and Santa Monica Community College.
Santa Monica. Okay. How long of school did you do there? Approximately.
It's like at each one, well, ACC about 1.5 years, I think. Santa Monica like a semester or 2.
Okay.
It was never for me.
Okay. Do you have you been diagnosed with any mental disability or anything like that? No? Okay. Alright, I'm going to move over to this one. Okay. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer or for advice before we ask any questions. You have the right to have a lawyer with you during questioning. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before any questioning if you wish. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements. Can you understand each of these rights I've explained to you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Would I be able to talk to my father? Because he's pretty much acts as my attorney with, like, I mean, not like for stuff like this. Obviously, I've never been in this kind of situation.
Is he an attorney?
No. He's just.
Well, we'll give you a chance.
Wouldn't know what to do.
We'll give you a chance to talk to your father later. Okay.
I mean, before I'd like to speak to. I just feel like I don't know. I mean, I think it'll be fine. I think, you know.
Clenney has probably spent an enormous amount of time receiving validation and attention from men. On OnlyFans and Instagram, she has probably been receiving thousands of likes, comments, inbox messages, and payments from men, hoping to receive sexual attention from her. This in turn has probably raised her self-esteem to an enhanced level and led to her looking down on people and additionally getting what she wants from people. However, none of this is going to help her today. Because of the direction that Western society has gone down, there are many people walking around entitled, arrogant, and having an overinflated opinion of themselves. It's of my contention that many of these individuals in the midst of a serious situation will crumble. The arrogance, overinflated opinion of themselves, and the entitled mentality shall subsequently dissipate in the midst of a crisis. For the first time in a long time, Clenney's looks, sex appeal, and power over men will make no difference to the gravity of the situation she finds herself in. The detectives are not the slightest bit interested in Clenney's reputation. She has no power in that room, and she knows it. Clenney's bubble has been burst, and what she does or does not say from this point will have a significant bearing on her future.
Be fine, and I will be fine. Tell me there's no need, but I just would like to talk to somebody.
No worries, I'm gonna be able to give you some time to talk to your dad or with anybody that you need to talk to, okay?
And I wanna go home and see my dogs, and I wanna go to the hospital. Will I be able to do that tonight?
We took care of the dogs. We found someone. I believe your mom mentioned that's taken care of them before when you traveled. So
11 pots.
Yeah. So we got able to get a hold of them, and they're actually gonna be taken over there. Just so you know. So they're taken care of. They're in good hands. They're probably actually already there now. Okay. So we took care of those because I know they were seeing they were going back and forth, and we seemed a little, I know how dogs are. We're all dog lovers here, all three of us. We also have dogs. So that's like family, and we took care of them. Just so you know.
Yeah.
The detective is using Clenney's concern for her dogs as an opportunity to gain Clenney's trust in the hope she will be more forthcoming with information.
The female officer that was over there was talking to my mom and trying to get the food. Thank God.
They're in good hands.
Thank you. I want to talk to my mom for an hour on the phone, and I want to go sit at the hospital. Am I going to be able to do that?
So far right now, I can't give you an answer, okay? We just have to go through everything, because remember, this just happened, so I can't really give you a straight answer. If I do, I would be lying to you, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to lie to you.
Okay.
Okay? Just as well as I don't want you to lie to me, I don't want to lie to you. We want to be able to understand everything that went down today, okay? As truthful as we can be, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Having these rights in mind, do you wish to talk to us?
Yeah. If I don't, what happens?
I mean, it's your choice. It's your right. But at the end of the day, we just want to figure out what happened. Okay? We just want to hear your side of the story and what occurred, so we can piece this together and come to an understanding. Yeah.
Yeah. Fortunately, we weren't there. You know, you were, so there's no better person to tell than you.
And it took so long for I don't know what I honestly, it was such a blur. I was on the phone with my mom. I don't know.
For me, right over here.
Yeah, you can reread it. Take your time, reread it again. Same thing you read.
This is why I would like to call my dad and say, can I just do this? Or should I have to get a lawyer? Because I realize, like, how very serious this is. Like, I was sitting there in a freaking puddle of my boyfriend's blood, begging him to, like, please not, like, fucking give up on me. Like, man, like, this shit is fucking serious. So, I don't think I'm necessarily in trouble, but, like,
Clenney says she doesn't necessarily think that she is in trouble, demonstrating her apparent naivety with regards to how the police operate. They are not her friends, and they are not there to help her.
I would like to. Can I just talk to? I have. This happened, and the whole situation happened, and I haven't talked to anybody who means anything to me.
No, I understand. Right now,
okay, well, you know what? What?
No,
I've never been in this kind of situation.
You can talk to him later, because.
But before I talk to you guys, why can't I talk to him beforehand?
Well, because I would like to understand what's going on.
I know, but like if I say, hey, is it cool if I sign a constitutional rights waiver
because
when my boyfriend has
like not a lawyer.
Yeah, if you're an adult, if you were a minor,
he would be the one who would. He handles my lawyer too.
If you were under 18, then yeah, I would provide you a phone call to your father. But you're over 18, so
I don't feel like it. I mean, when it comes to my parents.
Yeah, I get you. I feel the same way with my parents, you know. I still go to them too for questions that they've dealt with in the past.
Okay.
You know?
My dad handles my. I'm so freaking out right now a little bit. Like I wanted to go to the hospital and I want to just call my fucking mom. And I know that I do not get that right. I know it. But here's the thing, is that this is constitutional rights waiver. My dad handles my lawyer. I'm not going to take a court-appointed lawyer. My dad handles my lawyer. I would not be calling my lawyer. So my dad is the first person you got to call, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. I've never been in a situation like this where somebody's in a hospital. Yeah. I've never been in this kind of situation. That's why, like, I don't want to do anything wrong. You know?
I mean, it's your decision at the end of the day. But
what happens if not?
If not, then that's it. We don't talk about what happened today. We just have to take the stories that we've been told from the people next door and previous situations, and try and narrow it down to what happened today.
The detective is trying to induce fear into Clenney, making her fear the consequences of not talking to the police, when in reality, not answering questions is the best route to take when dealing with the police.
You get a much better picture, a much better idea coming from you who was there today than us trying to piece it together
from other people as well.
In there, you know, there's no better story to get than yours who was there. So which is why we prepare from you, but you know, like you said, it's your decision if you want to or not. But for us to obviously proceed and make a better decision for all of us, it's getting your story. You know, you were there. You know, you were. So you.
My boyfriend is not dead, is he?
Well, he can't talk to us right now. Either way, he's in the hospital.
Jack is his homicide.
Yeah. So I don't know.
That's like the Dexter vibe. All of those
believe they
things are
explained
like...
to you on scene. It's Sunday, so Sunday domestic violence units don't work. So we handle their calls. Anytime we get into a domestic violence call, we handle it for them.
Yep.
And so that's why we were raised from the beginning.
Can I go and come back?
No, unfortunately, no, I can't. It's steps, once we handle this, and we'll go to the next step.
Is there a chance I'm going to go home tonight?
I don't have a definite answer for you right now.
Okay, well, I'll just...
So the time is...
I need a
8 p.m.
There's blood up in my...
Alright. So, let's start from the start. You guys were supposed to take out your dogs to the park, right? And then what happened after that?
Like I said, a little bit blur.
Yeah.
I was doing laundry and watching a Christina Randall, or listening to a Christina Randall video, and tried to call my mom. She didn't answer the first time. And then he came back with a Subway sandwich. Before he left, he recited exactly what I wanted. And I said, I'll text what I want to you. And he said, I know what you want. And I said, no, you don't. And he recited it to me before he left. And he got it perfectly right.
Okay.
And then he left. I guess he went to go bike over there. That's just what he said.
It's not definitive of guilt, but Clenney's arms are folded, which is a defensive stance, indicating she feels offended and threatened by what the detective is saying. This could be because she has something to hide that she is trying to keep in.
I don't know if he walked or biked, but he told me he's going to bike first.
Like a bicycle?
Yeah.
Okay.
He came back. And I said something about like, oh, are you gonna like reshare your location with me? Like, did you unshare it? And he said, yeah, I unshared it. And I was like, oh, when did you do that? And he goes, the other day, like when you were done with me. And I was like, okay, well, fair enough. Like, reshare it. And then he told, it kind of like turned into like a little like argument or something. And then he told me to reshare mine, and I was like, okay, yeah, I will. And then I didn't do it immediately. He asked me about it again. And I don't know what I was thinking, but it just said something about, well, what if I'm somewhere you don't want me to be?
Okay.
Which I wouldn't have been. I love him. But I feel like, maybe you don't want to know where I am. I guess maybe it'll just like hurt him because he was pressing me. And he ended up pinning me against the wall. And then, I said like choking me on the floor. It's just like, they were looking at my neck and I was like, I'm not saying like choking me like, whatever. But he had my like neck, and this happened twice before, where I couldn't breathe and I was on the floor. Yeah. I could not breathe. And I don't think that he was trying to kill me, but I was scared. And all 3 times I have been scared. So yeah, I'm on the floor. And he had me pinned and lets me up. I'm on the, get my mom on the phone. And I'm just trying to really remember. I got my mom on the phone, and I remember she was standing like against the couch. Like we were obviously it was a big deal at this point. So this happened like over by the door and somehow moved like over in the living room. He was standing by the couch, facing toward the kitchen. I was in the kitchen. And then he just I could see all the whites in his eyes, and he was like coming at me. And so I grabbed one of these knives. My mom got me for Christmas. I grabbed one of them, and I was like, I swear to God, I swear to God. It was just like, I mean, I grab and be like, don't come anywhere closer to me. Because, earlier, I was having 2 other times I couldn't fucking breathe. I'm sorry. I couldn't breathe. And it's very scary. And I just think, like, just like this kind of thing where I was saying, like, do you know if he's okay? If he's choking me and he's angry enough, he might, like, this is different, I think. But if he's, like, choking me or, like, pinning me or something and I can't breathe, he might go too long. So I grab my knife and I said, don't come anywhere closer to me. I had absolutely no intention of using it. I'm on the phone with my mom and he's coming at me like he's gonna grab either the phone or like the knife or something, and so I was just like, I was like, don't come any closer. It's coming at me, and I threw it. And I meant for it to go.
How far away was he?
Well, I was by my fridge and he was like by the edge of one of the chairs of the sofa.
Okay.
Like
comparing to what
10 feet. I'm trying to think in my head. I'm trying to make the.
Was he closer than I am?
No, but he was further.
So like what? Like the length of his room?
No, further than that.
Okay.
Oh well, if I said you're right. It was more than 10 feet. Then it was definitely further than this.
Okay. I mean, it's closer. It looks a lot smaller than it is here.
It was further than this.
Okay. So then, you were by the fridge and he was by the couch? You were by the fridge and he was by the couch?
Yes, I was in front of the fridge. He was by the couch.
Yes. And then
behind my island.
And then what kind of movements did he make at the moment? He was going to walk
running
up?
At me.
Running? Okay.
Well, charging, aggressively walking, something.
What was he doing? Like, was he doing something with his hands or?
I mean, he had his hands up. I couldn't tell you exactly.
Was he yelling at you at the time?
Yes.
Yeah. What was he saying?
Well, I'm supposed to put my hand up, so I really need to like think. Yeah, I remember one of the things, but I don't think it's relevant.
No, go ahead, tell me. It might be relevant. It might help me understand this a little more.
He said, why don't you go find one of the fucking guys in G-Wagons? Because I had said something about that when I broke up with him like a week ago. Out of anger. I didn't say it because I want that, because I love him. But that was just one of the things that you said.
Was that at the moment that he was charging you or earlier in one of the arguments?
It was before he choked me. Yes, it was before he choked me.
Okay.
Or whatever.
So he gets...
So no, not right then. I couldn't tell you exactly what he said right then.
Okay. So...
But I swear to God, I was scared. I mean, after like what I was scared, and I was on the phone with my mom, and it was still happening.
Yeah.
I was scared.
So you told me that he had you against the wall at one point, right? With his hands over your neck?
Mm-hmm.
Clenney has a hand on her face, which is an indication that she's seeking comfort within herself, because what's going on the outside is making her feel uncomfortable. Again, this is not definitive that she is guilty, but an indication.
And how did you end up from the wall to the ground?
Let me go.
Uh-huh.
Let me go, and then I started swinging on him because I had been against the wall.
Okay.
I started trying to hit him.
Yeah.
And then he put me on the ground.
He dropped you to the ground. What did he do? Did he lift you up, or did he grab your hair? Did he just kind of rotate you onto the ground?
I really couldn't even tell you.
He pushed you.
If I could have been given all these questions, before, I could be like, maybe let me think about it. Or when I'm trying to remember a whole situation of where I was very upset about something, which I've learned this in therapy and whatever. It's like, write down like all the details so you don't forget. Just like write it all out clearly so that it makes sense to you and makes sense to somebody else. But I haven't had a chance to have a pen and paper or my phone to like write down exactly what happened, and I haven't really even like fully thought about it. So honestly, my answer is I don't remember.
That's fine. So he has you on the ground. You end up on the ground, and he has his hands over your neck, correct? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And then is he saying something to you at the time when he's on the ground on top of you, or?
He was saying something like gritting his teeth. I don't remember what it was.
Like what?
He was saying something like gritting his teeth, like with the white of his eye, but I don't remember what it was.
Okay. And then he at one point he stops, right? Sorry. And what, you get up? You go to the bedroom, or what do you do?
I get my phone from the kitchen. When I got my phone from the kitchen, I called my mom. I was talking to her, and then he was following me around the apartment and acting like, I mean, just like after, we shouldn't be together.
You guys have a history of domestic violence?
Yeah.
You say you've been together how long, sorry?
Almost 2 years.
Almost 2 years.
Year and a half to 2 years.
So how many incidents you think you've had?
I don't know, but we shouldn't be together.
This is a key point to this whole situation. With all the prior incidents in a relationship that lasted around 2 years, it should have been clear to both that the relationship was not going to work. And had one of them ended the relationship, this situation would not have happened. And most importantly, Obumseli would still be alive today.
We say one or two, or just too many to...
Oh my God. Oh my God. I haven't touched my ankle. It's like, what? Like, I just want to take a shower, God. Okay. No. We can.
I'll get your trash.
I'm not trying to interrupt the...
No. You keep on.
This is absolutely the most insane shit that I think I've ever been involved in.
I think anybody that goes through this
without
would be
a doubt.
just insane.
What'd you say?
I think that if anybody goes through this type of situation, it would be pretty insane for them.
Okay. You said domestic violence.
Have you made a report before?
No.
You've never made a report?
Oh, I did in Dallas actually about a year ago, and he was detained.
And what happened there?
He had pushed me in the lobby, but it wasn't like a big deal, and they made it a huge deal. And he ended up getting taken to the hospital or jail or something.
Yeah.
Which I don't think it was necessary, but yeah, and he had been. And then also, I had been arrested for as well in Vegas in August.
Oh.
So he and I each had one.
Okay. What happened in Vegas?
We just got in an argument in the hotel room, and what I guess made them arrest me was that I said I had thrown a glass at him.
Oh, okay.
Like a glass of, like a drink.
Okay. Like you splashed.
Which I think until that point it was like fine, I guess. Like I didn't, whatever, but they asked like, yo, did you throw something at him? Because I guess they went upstairs and they said, you throw a drink at him? And I said, yes, I did. Because what's the point? Why? I guess it's whatever. So, yeah. They went up and they said, I guess they asked me about it, and I said yes. And they said, okay, that's DV or battery or something, not assault, but something like that. And so I got arrested, and I was held for 12 hours. That wasn't fun. But yeah, those are the two. incidences for. I don't know what the incident for him was like.
About how many incidents have you guys had here in Miami since January?
What do you mean?
Like how many times has the police been called to your apartment, or you called the police since January?
Okay. Police have been called once because I called them because my boyfriend was threatening suicide.
Okay.
I'm sure there are records of that or whatever. I don't know how.
Why was he threatening suicide?
I don't remember exactly what the situation was, but he had taken a knife. He grabbed it in front of my face, and then I got scared, and he was kind of waving it at me, but it wasn't for me. And then he took it into the extra room and slammed the door. And he has a history of self-harm, so I was kind of just like, okay, well, let me go in there and chase him, regardless of whether or not what's going on. And I tried to open the door, and he wouldn't open the door. So I got really scared that he was doing something in there that I couldn't control, so I called the cops. And he wasn't very happy with me about that, but I was really scared.
Did he say anything that he was going to do to himself, or?
And he's threatened it many, many times, but I don't remember if he did it right then.
Does he suffer from anything?
No, that's what he's told me.
Yeah. Right. And then the other time they called police?
Okay, and then this, the police were called because of us, actually because of us, twice. If I'm being correct. It was that time when I called, and then this time when it was obviously absolutely necessary.
Okay.
I was the one who called 911. Because I was literally asking him, what is our address, because I could not think straight. Baby, what is our address?
Today?
It was today. Okay, so there was that one. But the cops have been up there one other time yesterday for absolutely no reason. Absolutely none. They harassed, not the police, but security guards from office, like young security guards. Came up for no reason. Bothered him, bothered me. I was about to go to the pool. They said, do you want us to keep him out of here? And I said, yeah, but y'all have been letting him up all week when he hasn't had a key. Yeah. But, no. Do you want us to call the cops? No. It's fine. I didn't want him to get arrested. There's no reason for that. And felt whatever. So I said no. And then he, I guess he just wanted to call the police or something, because right after that he goes, well, we saw you shove him, which he was referring to downstairs in the elevator. My boyfriend had followed me into the elevator, and I didn't want him to come in. So I go, stop following me, and I did this. And we were Christian will attest to a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But that just didn't happen. So it's he moved from Christian to me. It seemed like he just wanted to cause trouble.
Alright. We're almost done here.
Okay. Is there an update on Christian?
The other detective's working on it right now.
Is he okay?
We're gonna check. We're trying to reach the officer at the hospital. We have an officer and a detective there, so we're gonna try to reach them and see what updates we have. And as soon as we get them, we'll let you know. Okay. All right. So we have to obviously go inside the house, the apartment, photograph everything, document everything, pick up any evidence like the knife, So there's two ways we can do that. We can get a search warrant, which, it's basically an authorization from the judge to give us permission to go into the house. Or we can do a consent form. A consent form is a much faster process where you give us permission, and, it'll honestly kill time by a good 3 hours. So, again, we're not going to take anything else not related to the scene. you know, we're here for whatever happened today, just to document that, photograph that, and that'll be pretty much it. Okay, this is what a consent form looks like. You can take the time to read it. I filled in your name and what we will be doing, and then if you agree with it, you can sign and date it. And like I said, it'll just help speed up the process as well. Okay. We're also speaking to your mom. One of the other detectives, there's a few of us.
What did you say last?
One of the other detectives, the one that helped the dogs, she's speaking to your mom as well too, so we're updating her so she's aware.
Okay.
Okay. Today's date is 04/03/2022, and the time is right now is 9:12 p.m. Let me just put it there next time. So if you want to read it, I don't know if you want to read it, go through it. It's basically what I said. You know, we're going to go into our apartment 2201. We're going to photograph and document the apartment, collect any evidence in regards to the incident. Okay, which is occurred today. Use your name, and obviously that's pretty much all we're going to be doing there. Okay, so we'll be doing that, and again, it's going to make everything a lot faster. Okay. So just give us a few, and we'll come give you an update. And if you need the rest or anything, just let me know. We're recording either way, so you can just call us, or we're not going to do it.
We're recording either way?
Yeah, we have a recorder, so we have a tape recorder and audio recorder.
I've been praying a lot in here.
No, I brought this with me now, but we do have the cameras as well.
Yeah, I've been really going through it a little bit, and I'm on it. Can I tell you a concern of mine?
Yes.
I mean, I don't think it's a very big concern because I made it very clear I was in like a pool of blood.
Yeah, we saw. I was able to.
And I was holding him,
yeah.
so it's everywhere. I mean, like there's still wet blood on my ankle. So when I mean, it's like a long time in here without anything. So I'm like crossing my legs. Is that gonna like make any difference in?
No.
I mean, she said like taking photos of my hands and whatever.
Yeah, they're gonna come photograph.
I just don't want to like soak anything that like.
No, they're gonna come photograph you, and they're gonna give you like it looks like a hazmat suit. They're gonna give you that temporarily. So they'll be coming out within, I would say, the next 10 minutes, and they'll be giving you one. They'll be get rid of that close to you, okay? Just give me a few minutes, and as soon as we get an update, we'll come back in here, okay?
Thank you.
No problem.
They're gonna, Courtney, they're gonna take pictures, okay? And they're gonna give you a suit so they can take that bloody clothes, okay?
Okay, where are we gonna be going?
No, you're not gonna go anywhere. This is they have to process everything. Okay? After that, you can wash your hands.
Okay. Is there any updates on how Kristen is doing?
The sergeant is in the hospital right now. When he comes back, you have an update, okay? Your name?
No.
You need it like right now?
No. He's gonna take some pictures of you, okay? If you can stand for us.
Hello? Oh, yes, sir.
You can stand there, no problem.
If you can, just have your hands to yourself.
And I haven't heard from the city that they...
And turn to your right, please.
I think it's an error because
And she asked him, yeah.
like the attachment, it had a few other things on it. Like the first one I requested.
They probably requesting the
Turn it one more time to your right.
that we did also.
The other side of the back.
No, just facing the wall. Turn one more time to your right. Thank you. Face me. Into your hands and your eyes. Maybe lift up your sleeves. Try to lift up your sleeves. No, you're fine. Have your hand keeping the wrist. Not in the little more.
Yeah, because one of them was a number, the other one was a white person. Now, that's really the driver,
Hoping somebody that was like holding so peacefully.
Have it on the
That's fine, I think.
Make sure you're like doing something. Injuries sustained to you?
I mean, there's bruises all over the place, I think.
Yeah, so I'll photograph everything. Your legs, if you can just have them like this. So.
Are you looking for injuries, or are you looking just?
Just general photos right now, and then afterwards I'll photograph your injuries.
Okay.
Can you roll up the sleeve of the pant?
Yeah.
Thank you. You can turn to your left. And turn to your left. Yeah, facing your left. Face the wall and then into your left.
That was the full back of my other can't like.
Yeah. Thank you.
It's practically stuck to my leg.
The door inside?
Yeah, this one.
Is this good enough? I feel like I'm doing something wrong.
No, you're okay. Face me if you can. Face me. Thank you. You can turn to your right. Turn to the other side.
Do you have any injuries?
I mean, I have bruises all over the place, I think, but I'm probably just covered in blood, honestly.
Okay.
Do you have any bruises in your arms?
Do you have any bruises on your arms, on your neck?
Don't have any. I mean, you already got that. Usually there's just bruises like on my arms or my legs.
Let me get the one.
Yeah, on your arm, right here.
Yeah, that
You put your arm down so you can get, and you can turn that way so you can get the on your arm. You can look that way, And you can get it on the other one too. And the front part of it?
Face me.
Is that from today? Or from earlier? Just starts right here?
All over the place.
Okay, I'm going to put a scale to it, okay?
Okay.
It's just a paper scale. You can look that way so we don't get more information. Here, move your arm just one more time.
This is what I have, like, on my leg.
Okay, keep turning just so we can see if you have any more. You don't have anything on your neck?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay. And then,
where I need them, I don't have them.
you don't have any on your face from the past? No, nothing. Okay.
No. I have. I'm usually like I have bruises most of the time, like all over like my legs and my butt and whatever. So I mean that would be where it is now.
I'm just going to swab it, okay, for DNA. It's just a cotton swab and water. Okay. Here's her neck. We're going to give you something to change it a little bit. You can just...
Okay, then you can face me. We're going to swab just the area of your neck, okay?
21, 22, 6. Neck. Shoulder.
Just swab your face, okay?
Okay. Anybody have the time? Or would you let me know?
9:47.
10:40. No, is it 9:46? 9:46.
Okay, this is for your left arm.
No, right.
Oh, my left hand. Right arm. My apologies.
21:48, right arm. Okay. Right arm. Left arm.
Same thing too.
21:48, left arm. Top of left hand.
Okay, let me see your left hand. Just put it on. Thank you.
21:49. Top of right hand.
Same thing to your right hand.
Put it up. No, down, I'm sorry. Is that a boost?
Yeah, it's a,
Yeah. You need to put close to that. Palm of left hand. Right side. 21 seconds. Left hand. Palm of left hand, please. Is it alright? Yeah. Okay, sir.
Thank you. So this is left foot with this hand. Oh,
What is it?
left foot.
Left foot. You're gonna photograph her handprint. Focus on her hands to show that she's missing some nails.
Well, I have to make a comment on that. I was in here for a very long time alone, and when someone went to the restroom with her, I quit picking them up. I was missing a lot already. I was missing about 3, but they just come off so easily. There are a few in here because I popped a couple more off. I just don't want.
No, it's not.
Okay.
It's not anything.
Okay.
Yeah, just have your hands with lift up on your right arm. Gently. Do you have the card?
Did you take one back first?
No.
But do it out, show the full arm. Okay. No, show the full. And you're gonna focus on your back. Focus on your back. 11:42. Do you have any on this hand? Any on this arm?
I don't think so.
Put it over there.
Several times. This is the time it's not happening. Is that all? Is that it? Can I sit down?
We're also going to collect the clothing, I believe.
Change. I'm gonna be in the other room that is not recording, so you can change and put the clean clothes, okay?
Okay.
And then I'll take you after to watch everything.
And when I change up there, is this doing this with them or no?
Just advise the detective, and if they arise, then we will.
Okay, so you're gonna change into? Yeah, then you can go. First, you can take this off. I'm gonna put your jacket in here first, and then you're gonna your cardigan, and then everything will be changing on the side.
Thank you.
No problem. I'll open it.
This stick it to the other one because this room is recorded.
So you need this?
No, you just leave it there. We're going to come back to this one.
Okay. And thank you. I don't know.
Clenney re-enters the interrogation room, this time in the company of an attorney. It's advisable not to speak to the police without an attorney, and had Clenney refused to talk to police without an attorney from the beginning, the prosecution could very well have had a weaker case against Clenney. The police are not your friends, and having someone sat next to you who knows the law does not make you look guilty.
Yeah. Thanks for asking.
So, yeah, what a fucking nightmare. So you're living in a nightmare right now.
Yes.
You know?
What this is.
So just
why are we switching to you?
Because they don't have a picture of your boyfriend. So they want to make sure that they have a photo, I think, from your social media. So they're gonna, because they don't have his ID, they don't have anything, so they need to know who he is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
okay.
they just want you to identify him.
Okay.
Yeah. And I said I don't have a problem with that. I mean, this is not a who stabbed Christian case. This is, we know what happened. Well, we know part of what happened. So
I will feel so much better once they just say he's stable.
Yeah.
And I've been asking so much.
That's what we're waiting for. Okay.
I feel like at the end, if he's not, that's a lot worse for me. But if he's not, that's just a lot worse for everybody.
Clenney states it will be a lot worse for me if Christian is not okay. This shows that Clenney, whether consciously or subconsciously, could very well care more about her self-preservation, i.e. her freedom, than the well-being of Obumseli.
Of course.
I need as much as I can get, honestly.
So they've asked for an update, and I asked them for an update as well. So they're checking to see what's going on, because they're.
I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I will do with myself if he's not okay.
No matter what.
I clearly can't be together.
No matter what happens, no matter where this falls, right? It's out of our control. Right? You did what you could. Anyway. This
is not polite, is it?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
There's no appropriate etiquette here. But anyway, so this room is recorded, okay? So let's just, I don't want to talk about, even if it is recording right now, what we talk about is confidential. They can never use it, but I prefer that we just not talk about the case. But just talking about it in general. No matter what his condition is, it's out of our control. Right? We have no control. What's done is done. We can't undo it. We need to move forward. And my concern is you. Okay? I will be talking, obviously, to your family. Like I said, I still feel, confident that you're going home.
Tonight.
I don't know about tonight, but just because the investigation is ongoing. They can hold you technically for a while. And I know your parents, while they're conducting the investigation, they can hold you, okay? But listen, your dogs are fine. I'm on it. We're going to get you home as quickly as we can, all right? I know I am straightforward with you. There's some concerns about your mental health to make sure that you're okay, because this is very traumatic. So there may be some steps taken there. Yep, come on in to make sure that you're okay. And that's it. But we're getting you home, okay?
Okay.
So, have you met the sergeant?
I have.
Okay. Come on in. So yeah, this will now be recorded.
Okay.
But if at any moment I feel that they should stop recording, I will tell them that. Because obviously I'm here to protect you.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. That's fine.
Okay. Courtney, so it's 10:45 p.m. right now. Okay. Let's start off with. So I have a picture. Let me know if this is Christian or not. Okay. Yeah, that's Christian. Okay. So we have to inform you that Christian did not make it. Okay. Unfortunately, the doctors did what they could, and
Christian is dead.
Yep.
Oh my God. This is not real, right? Okay. There's no fucking way.
Things will never be the same, and the severity of the situation is slowly going to become more apparent to Clenney.
Christian died? Can I please have a hug? Am I allowed to do that in here?
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Relax. You're fine.
No.
Calm down. Calm down. Take deep breaths. Just take deep breaths. You're gonna be okay?
I need to hug my mom.
I'll talk to your parents and get them over here.
I cannot be left alone in like a room by myself.
You won't be.
After this. No, that's not true. That's not real, right?
It is real.
Christian is dead.
Yes. They're not gonna lie.
I know, I just can't believe it.
I'll talk to your parents. I'm gonna get your parents here ASAP.
We spoke to your parents, and they're trying to do everything possible to get here as soon as possible as well.
To what?
To get your parents, for them to come over here. So they're doing everything possible right now to find a way to get down here.
Take deep breaths.
I've been crying so much.
Don't.
And I just can't even cry right now.
Just take deep breaths. It's a shock. Just relax. Try to relax.
Okay.
We're gonna get you somebody here. Okay.
Holy shit. No.
It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be fine.
The emotions that are on display from Clenney may or may not be genuine. If they are genuine, the question is she sad about the death of Obumseli, or is she sad because of the situation she now finds herself in.
Courtney, it's gonna be okay.
No, it's not. Oh my God. I wanted to be at the hospital. If anything happened to him, I just wanted to be at the hospital. I begged, can I please go to the hospital? I mean, obviously, they put me in cuffs at my house, but, like, I begged, can I please go to the hospital? Oh, my God, our friends. Oh, my God. Mom. Me?
It's been a long day.
I'm going to wake up tomorrow and it's going to be the same thing. And, yeah. Okay, that's the last time I ever talked to him. It's the last time anybody ever talks to him. Ever. The last thing he ate was fucking Subway.
Courtney, we can't undo what's already happened, so just this is going to be a process.
What I was saying to that other room, I said, God forbid, when, like, from far away, what if I had accidentally hit a little bit lower and he died? That's what I said. You remember? I said, God forbid. Then a few minutes later.
So we can't change what's occurred, and we're going to move forward. So just step by step. So you'll get through this, all right? And I think the detective spoke to your mom. She's trying to get a flight to get you some support. Because we just met an hour ago. We're going to get you some support, okay?
Everything's inside right now. So right now everything's being photographed. We do what's called a feral scan, which is like a video, 3D video of it. So once that's done and we're done photographing, we're able to take anything out.
Yeah, no, I'm just worried about.
What time are you supposed to take your meds?
Nighttime.
Nighttime? Anytime at nighttime?
Before bed?
So you've been taking it before bed?
Mm-hmm.
You know the name of it, just in case?
It starts with an S.
She just started on it.
It's
right. Take a deep breath.
I cannot be in here. I need to be with my family.
We're gonna get it.
Do you know where you keep your medications at?
On top of my sink. It's like a orange bottle with the blue
the bathroom?
Cap. The blue cap, yeah.
Sink in the kitchen or bathroom?
In the bathroom.
We'll get this for you as soon as possible. It should be done. Eventually, we'll have a photograph of that particular area first, and let's get it as soon as possible. Thank you.
I swear I was holding him for so effing long. And the security lady was standing right there, and I was like, why are they taking so effing long? And I was just sitting there just bleeding and bleeding and bleeding and bleeding and bleeding and bleeding and bleeding. Okay.
We should bring in take some deep breaths. Yes, we need to move forward and deal with
what happens now.
You know.
And I do have another question. Damn, that's not fair for his mom and shooting to come and see him. And his birthday is in 8 days. Who has been called for him?
Nobody has yet. We're still trying to find his family's information.
Do you have a contact number for them? Maybe it's in your phone?
It might be
recorded. His phone?
You know his password, right?
Definitely, I do know his password, yes.
What's his password? It might be easier for us to get in there.
Password is 0412.
We'll give you guys a minute. Okay?
Yeah. I appreciate it.
Let us know if you need anything else.
Is there anything we can take you now? You want, the water enough? Would you like something else to drink, like a soda instead, or something to eat?
Maybe would be good. Actually, you know what? I think it'll be good for a while.
We'll be right outside you, okay?
What I really need is a hit of vape badly. I'm deeply addicted to it, and it's for stress. Okay.
No recording, right? Yeah, they're still recording?
You want, we can go to the next room so you guys can talk?
Yeah, if you don't, come on.
Clenney was released without charge after this interrogation, much to the disappointment of Obumseli's family.
Friend to everyone, very caring, funny, very bright. He had big dreams.
An emotional family still trying to grasp the death of 27-year-old Christian Toby Obumseli in what's being called a deadly domestic incident. It's a story that's making national headlines. It happened in an expensive Edgewater condo where the units cost millions of dollars.
Loved ones say the man was caring and had a great spirit. CBS 4's Trish Christakis joins us live from Miami with more. Trish?
Yeah, I spoke with Christian Obumseli's family earlier today, and they said he was a kind and soft-spoken man. They said they found out about his death when a medical examiner called them asking if they can donate his organs. Devastation, they say, doesn't come close to what they're feeling tonight.
They flew in from Texas, unfortunately learned of his death when a medical examiner contacted them requesting permission to donate the organs. That's how they learned of his sudden death.
Miami Police Department responded to a domestic violence incident at this apartment complex in Edgewater, where they say 27-year-old Christian Obumseli was stabbed with a knife. He later died at Jackson Memorial Hospital.
All they're looking for is justice. We know the suspect that was involved in this incident has not been arrested. I'm confident, having had a meeting with the state attorney's office, that they were very attentive. They answered all the necessary questions.
Miami PD says there was a woman on the scene with him. The family identified her as his girlfriend, and in their preliminary investigation determined that both Abu Maselli and the woman had been involved in a physical altercation. Abu Maselli's brother says he wants to see an arrest.
I do believe she is the killer, and she does need to be arrested.
Police have not made any arrests. CBS 4 News has learned the woman's name, but we are choosing not to identify her because this is a domestic violence investigation. The family of Abu Maselli says he was a kind man and had many life goals and aspirations.
Devastation doesn't quite describe what my family is experiencing right now. Yesterday, we finally told our 93-year-old grandmother that her grandson, who was expected to come home to Texas to visit for his 28th birthday, will no longer or ever be returning home.
And in a statement, the Miami-Dade State Attorney's Office says that it will review the police department's evidence. Once this investigation is complete, they will then take appropriate action. Live in Miami, Trish Christakis, CBS 4 News.
Following the interrogation, Clenney would then go to Hawaii for medical treatment, namely PTSD, or post-traumatic stress disorder. Her presence in Hawaii was not welcomed by all, as you can see in this video, which took place in a hotel bar.
His brother. Yeah, and they're seeking justice. Typing, sir? Yeah, what? Let's all videotape her. Right now, you should go. Yeah, you should go. Because you just killed my boyfriend. Yeah, you did. Yeah, and He's fighting. Yeah, okay, cool.
However, Clenney's stay in Hawaii would come to an end as she was arrested by members of the US Marshal Service for second-degree murder with a deadly weapon. She was held without bond and made her first court appearance in Hawaii. She waived her extradition hearing in Hawaii and was returned to Florida.
Their relationship on Friday, April 1st, 2022, after her mother left to go home to Texas. At that time, Christian moved back into the apartment. Arguments began almost immediately, with police responding to the apartment. Police reported that Clenney appeared intoxicated when she was contacted on the evening of April 1st, 2022. This was 2 days before the homicide. On Sunday, April 3rd, 2022, the day of Christian's death, events started peacefully, with the couple filming themselves with their dogs in the apartment. A key fob for the records showed that Christian left the apartment at 1:15 p.m. and returned about 3 hours later at 4:32 p.m. with sandwiches that he had bought for both of them. So what we've done here now, if you look at the screens, you'll see there a timeline. While you look at it, I'm going to try to go through it because the timing is very important to understand in this case. So at 4:01, Clenney called Christian. Then she goes live on Instagram. And then at 4:33 p.m., she called him again, shortly after posting the video. At 4:33 p.m., Christian walks into the apartment. 10 minutes later, at 4:43 p.m., Clenney called her mother. That call lasted till about 4:49 p.m., just over 6 minutes. At 4:49, Clenney made a second call, almost immediately, to her mother. They spoke until 4:56 p.m., a little over 7 minutes. I think at 4:57 p.m., Clenney calls 911. At 4:57, police officers exit the elevator at the unit. Christian's stabbing must have occurred between 4:33 p.m. when he returned to the apartment with those sandwiches and at 4:57 p.m. when the defendant, Clenney, called 911. Also, at the same time during that period of time, that being 4:33 p.m. to 4:57 p.m., neighbors began calling the building manager about a disturbance at the apartment. Security called 911 at 4:46, notifying them of the disturbance. 11 minutes later, at 4:57, defendant Clenney called 911 to tell the police that Christian was suffering from a stab wound and needed help. On that 911 call, Christian can be heard in the background repeatedly saying that he was dying and he was losing feeling in his arm. Defendant Clenney is also heard saying, "I'm so sorry, baby." In her telephone statement to the police on the date of the incident, Clenney's mother stated she heard her daughter yelling at Christian, remember she's on the phone with her, telling him to leave the apartment, and she heard defendant Clenney saying that Christian was lying. Later, in her what we call post-Miranda recorded statement to the police, defendant Clenney admitted to having caused Christian's injury, also provided several inconsistent accounts about the incident itself. After an argument, defendant Clenney claims and says that Christian shoved her against the wall by the neck, and although he did not actually choke her, then she says he threw her to the ground but allowed her to get up. And it was at that point that defendant Clenney went to a kitchen area and got the knife. As Christian sort of approached her, she threw the knife at him from a distance that she's estimated to be about 10 feet. The police observed no visible injuries, which would have corroborated her account, and she had no injuries.
There is also a damaging statement made by Clenney, which was recorded by Obumseli, where Clenney states that she wants to kill Obumseli.
I'm actually not having a good day, where I actually literally want to kill you, but you don't take me seriously.
I don't not think that way. I really don't know.
She says, because I know I was afraid. Just for the record. That's it. What's very important is actually the arch of this statement. Is when Ms. Clenney was discussing how she got up after they were arguing over the phone, went to the kitchen and grabbed the knife. She paused. She stopped. She sat in her thought. The detective interrupted and asked her some questions, but she had to get out. She did not know whether this was justified at all. Based on the totality of the evidence, based on the medical examiner's testimony, the court will see that it was not justified at all. The defendant's statement is not correct. She could not have thrown a knife that would have landed at an angle, punctured 3 inches deep, and not lacerated, for example, Mr. Musella. That was physically impossible. Had she thrown the knife and it entered at a downward angle, she would have had to be above it, which of course she was not. No, the defendant stabbed Mr. Musella. It punctured his body 3 1/4 inches, and it pierced through the subclavian artery. The court has those medical examiner evidence and reviewed it, and you can see the guide at a downward to his right, a person looking at him left angle. She stabbed him cross body. And the state agrees with Ms. Clenney. This was not justified. And for those reasons, the state will ask the court hold.
Whether Clenney is guilty or not, this is an example demonstrating why you don't talk to the police without the presence of a lawyer. As the Miranda warning states, anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. Had Clenney had a lawyer present from the beginning, there's no doubt the statement she made to the police would have been different, and the prosecution could very well have had less of a case against her.
Good afternoon, Detective. Will you please introduce yourself to the court?
Detective Yermain Brasino.
Detective, what do you do?
I'm assigned to the homicide unit.
And how long have you done that?
A little over a year.
Before that, do you have any law enforcement experience?
Yes.
Will you please tell the court your law enforcement experience?
I've been an officer in the city of Miami for about 9 years, 4 of which I was a detective in the robbery unit, and 1 now currently in homicide.
Do you know a person by the name of Courtney Clenney?
Yes.
Do you see Ms. Clenney in the courtroom today? Okay. Let's talk about how you came to know Ms. Clenney. And specifically, I want to focus you on April 3rd, 2022. Is that the date that you met Ms. Clenney?
Yes.
Did you know her from beforehand?
No.
Having discussed the April 3rd, 2022 day, let's walk through it. Under what context did you first meet Ms. Clenney?
It was at her apartment, just outside. She was detained at the moment.
Okay. And let's kind of walk through that. Why did you end up responding to her apartment that day?
I was notified that there was a stabbing and the victim had been taken to rider trauma and succumbed to his injuries.
So at the time that you met her, you already knew Mr. Umbaselli was passed?
Yes.
So let's pierce this out. First, you met her at her apartment. Where's her apartment?
Her apartment is at 3131 Northeast 7th Avenue.
Is that Miami-Dade County?
Yes.
Okay. So you mentioned you were notified because he had succumbed to his injuries. Obviously, that you're a homicide detective. That's how you got involved.
Yes.
And why is it that you're the lead detective?
It was just my turn to take the next case.
So just as a premise, you didn't ask for the case. It was just
correct.
Okay. So you responded to the scene of the homicide. You met Ms. Clenney. What did you do?
Say that again.
What did you do?
We responded to the scene. We began to check the apartment and get in contact with the crime scene. And simultaneously, we had Ms. Clenney transported to the station.
And do you remember approximately when Mr. Umbaselli was pronounced deceased?
I would have to go back to my notes.
You can refer to your report. Let me know when your memories are fresh.
At 5:55 p.m.
So 5:55 p.m. he's pronounced deceased. You are dispatched as a homicide detective. We already mentioned how you responded to the scene, initial check of the crime scene, contacted the crime scene, and sent the defendant over to the police department. So far as everything, I guess, per protocol?
Yes.
I believe at the point the court has reviewed the reported statement, would you synopsize the defendant's statement for the court?
So she told me that she was at the apartment. The victim had went down to go to Subway's. When he went to Subway's, they began to message each other, and through text messages they got into an argument over sharing each other's location. He then decides to come back to the apartment. Shortly after he comes back to the apartment, another argument ensues. At that point, the defendant says that the victim grabbed her by the neck, slammed her against the wall. She was able to break free. Then she was gonna call her mother, and he didn't want that to happen, so he grabbed her and put her onto the ground. She wasn't able to explain how exactly that happened. After that, she was able to break free once again. At which point she goes to the kitchen. She grabs on a knife, and then she states that the victim ran towards her, and that's when she flung the knife or threw it, and it hit him in the shoulder.
What did anything besides that? Did Ms. Clenney say anything besides that in addition of substance, I guess, regarding this incident?
No.
So regarding the injuries,
Yes.
in this circumstance,
Yes.
I want you to tell the court, I guess, how you're evaluating the case. You know, where are you in your analysis of the facts thus far?
At that point, we were looking at it as a self-defense at first, but then later on, things started revealing that it wasn't what we thought.
Is he okay?
He's still at the hospital. They're still,
I know.
Monitoring him and talking to him. So we're waiting.
Oh my God! So he didn't even have to have surgery.
Well, I don't know. They're still doing X-rays and stuff like that. So I don't know yet. I'm waiting to hear a response.
That's all I have to know. Thank God.
So
that's all I need.
We'll get to that in a little bit.
Okay.
And once we're done, I'll go talk to them again and see what's the update. Okay.
Now, when you started your interview of Ms. Clenney, you already knew that Mr. Ummuseli was deceased, correct?
Yes.
You did not tell her that, correct?
I did not.
About how many times would you say she asked about how he was doing throughout the course of that interview?
Several times.
Several, more than 3, more than 5, less than 10?
About 3 or 4 times.
And what did you tell her every time that she was asking about how he's doing?
That he was just at the hospital and they're still working on him.
And so that's not the truth. That was a lie, correct?
Correct.
As I previously stated in this video, the police are not your friends. It might seem like they're being really understanding and it's almost like talking to a friend, but they are not your friend. They will lie to your face, get information out of you, and they won't get in trouble for it, whereas the consequences for you lying to them are a lot more severe. The detective even states he doesn't want to lie to Clenney in the interview, but here he admits to just that. The police are not your friends.
They're in good hands.
Thank you. I want to talk to my mom for an hour on the phone, and I want to go sit at the hospital. Am I going to be able to do that?
So far right now, I can't give you an answer. Okay, we just have to go through everything. Because remember, this just happened, so I can't really give you a straight answer. If I do, I would be lying to you, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to lie to you.
Okay.
Okay. Just as well as I don't want you to lie to me. I don't want to lie to you. We want to be able to understand everything that went down today. Okay, as truthful as we can be.
Clenney has pled not guilty to second-degree murder. A Florida judge denied a request from Clenney's lawyer to limit the release of salacious and sexually explicit evidence to the public. Clenney was denied bond and is currently remanded in custody at the Turner Guilford Night Correctional Center in Miami without bond. She awaits trial and, if convicted, could face the death penalty. This case should serve as a warning to all, no matter whether Clenney is found innocent or guilty. Obumseli is dead, and the outcome of the case won't change that. People stay in abusive relationships for many reasons, such as attraction, hoping the person will change, or fear of leaving and entering the unknown. It only takes one incident to go really wrong, and you can have a situation like this happen where a man has tragically died. If you are in an abusive relationship, whether you are a man or a woman, please leave.